So looking out the passenger side window at the mirror, or the side of my chin, the side of my face. Got the, I think, oh man, I need to shave tonight. Got the 3-day not shaving going on. So, yeah, who knows? Anyways, y'all, good morning. For those that don't know, my name is Daniel, just like the name on the account says. That's my real name, my real first name. My birth-given first name, driver's license, other state-issued, ID. I also go by a KE7UUM, which is amateur radio call sign, or I go by WROG651 GMRS call sign. I also go by Blue Thunder on radio services that don't require a license. Alright, this minute I am southbound on Highway 213 in Clackamas County, Oregon. At least I'm 99% sure I'm still in Clackamas County. I'm south of Oregon City. Also, for those of you that don't know, I drive for a living. Spend probably 92.5% of my working day inside the cab of a 2018 GM or Chevrolet 2500 HD. And most of the time towing something. So I got into I want to give you a life update, and for those that have never watched anything on my channel before, I want to let you in on some things. Maybe those that have watched my channel don't know this. I would be surprised on most of the stuff if they didn't already. And because I'm driving, I have to focus more on the driving part than the video. So I was in a debate here the other day. Not really even a bad thing, just talking on Facebook. And for a moment, I felt like I was maybe attacked by, first off, I'm a born-again believer. I believe in Yahweh, the God that created the heavens and the earth, and the Son that died on the cross for us. I don't have a problem with the name Jesus. I believe his Greek name is Yeshua HaMashiach, and I try to do my best to refer to him as that. And I don't necessarily consider myself a Christian. The more and more I think about it, I think that I would refer to myself as a Hebrew. Now, while I was not born maybe that, some people would argue, well, you're this and you're that. The truth of it is that, once I asked to be forgiven of all my sins and to do my absolute best to keep all of his commandments, not just the 10 that are commonly known. And that's a whole nother story, debate. Yeah, that's kind of a pain in the butt with the sun being on this side. But I got into a debate because I'm also was born here in America, in the USA, and I am, while I've never served in the military, I do hold this country in high regard. freedoms that we're supposed to have, that we still have. Long story short, I had somebody tell me that, well, you ain't really a believer because you put your country up first and this and that. No, I don't. The creator of all, I put him up above all. He's number one. And then you can be dang sure that that is number one. And when I say the Pledge of Allegiance, which there's debate on that among believers, that's fine. When I say it, I do not claim, believe, or feel that the allegiance that I have to my country trumps. Don't go there. The Creator. If I really felt the urge from the Holy Spirit to say, take your family and go to another country, I would. But until that time, this is where I'm at. I just want that to be clear. That my faith in Yahweh, God, Yeshua, is above that. And then, even next in line before my country is my family. Now, granted, I know people that would go, well, my country would, be next for me. Well, that's fine. They claim that without the country and without how they believe and see things, that they wouldn't have the family they have. Well, that's fine. Well, I'm not going to debate that, but my family comes first. I am a protector, and I will have my family's back. And when I say my family in this instance, I'm talking about my wife and my children, which they're mostly grown now. I've got one left that looks like he's actually going to make it to 18. He's got a few days left, but only a few. So, there's that. I do believe in the U.S. Constitution, and I believe that as soon as the Second Amendment's gone, there won't be a first. So, I'll just leave that there. But yeah, no. The Creator of the heavens and earth, my family, my country. Now, with that being said, let's move on to a life update. Is that back in the summer, actually I think technically it would have been the late spring, but whatever. June, July, I had got this job with this construction company that I am a driver, and I move their trailers around. That's my job description. That's mostly what I do. Whether it be a tool trailer with the crews, the work crews tools and stuff in it, or whether it be a trash trailer. And sometimes I even go to the local dump recycling center and unload the trash trailer. I also go to lumber yards, anywhere, that Home Depot, sometimes Lowe's, to pick up a materials for the guys. I'm learning a lot about construction. I never seen myself in construction. I was never against it, but for any of my close friends that know me, if they see me pick up a hammer, number one, it's like car keys to a drunk. They'll try to take them away. The hammer, that is. Which, that's fine, because I'm not good with a hammer. You know, a electric cordless screwdriver, or even corded screwdriver, drill, fine. I can handle one of those. But this job has been a blessing. It's can't see it now because I've got this, I've got these overalls on. But I am definitely regained a bunch of strength. For people that know from not that far back, was just in my early 30s diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. There was a handful, I think 3 total. So maybe not handful, but doctors that said that, I believe one of them's exact words is, it's a good chance. And there was 2 of them that definitely said, by the time you're 50, you're going to be in a wheelchair. I was pretty bad. The exact details on that are for another video also. This video is getting over 10 minutes. I've met a lot of, decent people on this job, construction workers. I don't know if I want to say typical construction workers or not. I don't know what is typical. I am just really thankful that I was healed from the nastiness of rheumatoid arthritis, from a time that wasn't not long ago where I couldn't even pick up a gallon of milk. And now I'm picking up construction materials. It's not for the faint of heart. Definitely not overdoing it. Every so often I may do something I probably shouldn't, just to see if I can. Well, of course, I am a Gen Xer. Oh, actually, I should go back. That's another thing that was brought up in some of the same comments, is that section is because I talk a lot about being a Gen Xer. And I am. It's true. But once again, being a Gen Xer doesn't trump the fact that God,
in 600 feet at the traffic circle, take the second exit and stay on Oregon 213 South.
God, Yahweh, still comes first in my life. I am sorry about the GPS.
Exit the traffic circle onto Oregon 213 South. Continue on Oregon 213 South for 14 miles.
Turn the sound off on that. I thought I already did. That's why it was kind of a shock when she spoke up. Anyways, with all that being said, yeah. For those that don't know, my hobbies, one of my huge hobbies that I'm really invested into, and I don't just mean financially, but I mean years, since I could talk. I've been talking on a two-way radio. In the 70s, it was a CB. In 2008, the same year that my son was born, I got my amateur radio, ham radio license. I really don't remember when I got my first GMRS license, to be completely honest. I don't remember. I think that I had the ham radio, and then I went with GMRS, because GMRS allows for your whole family, not your household family, your family to use your call sign. And so I got that also. But I don't get to get on the radio as much due to, sometimes I was hired for, only maybe 15 hours a week to maybe 30 once in a while, to getting 35 or better quite often. And that's not a complaint. I mean, I'm happy for that. I'm thankful for that. So, except for this is December 30th of 2025. Last week was December 20th, the week of the 25th falls on. So there were 2 days off, the 24th and the 25th. And for those that are being like, you mean Christmas? Yeah, most of the world calls it Christmas. Christmas Eve. My family and I don't celebrate. Wow, that is really hellacious. There you go. My family and I don't celebrate Christmas, Easter, Halloween, especially Halloween. Or there's that one in February. Oh yeah, Saint Valentine. Another video for any of those, maybe someday. It is what it is. I don't make a big deal about it. Just my family and I don't partake in that stuff. Fine. With all that being said, I've had a bunch of time off. Now today, I was actually asked to stay on standby, and I wasn't going to work. Not today, yesterday, but another driver called out, so I went into work. And today, a driver called out, so I actually clocked in a little bit earlier than what I was going to. Hey, doesn't hurt my feelings any. I get to drive. I just looked right at the camera and you're not even there. I get to drive, which is fine. I get to tow things. Oh yeah, that's another thing. So the trailers I tow, the trash trailers from, I think they are, inside the box is like 5x12. I think the axle sticks out 6.5. I forgot now when I measured it. The tool trailers are considered 12-foot car enclosed trailers. So it's not like they're super heavy. Nothing, like a Class A motorhome, which I cannot confirm nor deny that I've, towed a 42-foot diesel pusher before. Anyways, guys, there's a life update as I drive through mostly Portland, but I've actually gone to Eugene for the company, up to Battleground, been over to the coast, have not been over to Bend yet, but I'm hopeful someday. Anyways, hey, as this video reaches 20 minutes, I just want to say thank you for all the subscribers out there. In the last couple months, or in the last month, I've noticed that I've got a lot of, and I'm not getting notified that I have a new subscriber every time, which is kind of strange. But I hope to get back into doing more videos. Maybe some of hooking up, walking around the trailer. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that with company equipment because I'm not ready to make it known, the name of the company. I will say that where I work is in Washington County, Oregon. I live in Yamhill County, Oregon. So there's that. Anyways, folks, I hope you all have a blessed and wonderful day. And will chat with you later.